Hi Taurus, welcome to your 2023-24 Astrology Horoscope forecast. I'm Anisha. Welcome to my channel. I speak everything around astrology and tarot. I'm going to be talking about the annual breakup of the year 2023. I'm going to be focusing on slow moving planets. So the year opens up with two retrogrades. We have Mars, which is there in your house of earned income. This is also your house of self-worth. And it stays retrograde till about Jan 18th. And then we have Mercury, which is also retrograde, and it is there in your house of long distance travel. And it's also the house of spirituality and expansion of the mind. So the things are off to a slightly slow start as we open up the year. You're being called to do introspection as far as your finances are concerned. How it is that you earn money? What is it that makes you happy? Are you satisfied with the way that you're earning money? Does it give you your own sense of self-worth besides the monetary gain? How it is that you perceive your own sense of self-worth along with the money that you have in the bank. And since we have Mercury, which is retrograde as well, it's not a good time to be buying high ticket or big ticket items, especially electronics. Should you insist on buying those, ensure that you have your receipts, you have your warranties. It so happens that post a retrograde, there could be a regret purchase that may happen. Also, with both the planets being retrograde, it's literally the universe's way of saying that it's a time of reflection as far as finances are concerned. It's a time of reflection as far as your own life goal is concerned. You need to be doing a lot of introspection. All of this, of course, is there just for the first few weeks as we open up the year. We have Saturn that is changing houses on the 8th of March, and it is resonating with Neptune, which is there in Pisces, and it is moving into your house of friendship. So Saturn is going to be looking at your friend circle with people whom you associate, and the lessons that you need to be learning as well. It's also a year of leaving past behind. It's also a year of leaving, letting go of friendships which didn't work well. It's a year of acknowledging maybe that you still need to be doing a lot of personal growth. Now, Saturn in this specific house of friendships and groups of people, it can make us ask ourselves, where is it that we are going in life? Our personal goals can come under Saturn's scrutiny during this time, and how well we fit in with the others, our affiliations with people and our groups and our peers, they all become extremely serious matters in our eyes. We can also feel that our personal circle, our networks are superficial, and we could be having a lot of disdain for superfluous conversation. A lot of us, whether pseudo or genuine, we would crave to have one-on-one conversations. We would try and seek that connection as well. Try not to overdo this tolerance because Saturn has an annoying habit of sort of making us see things till the time that we are sure. So it may or may not work for you, and you don't need to be testing each and every friendship during this time. Saturn is simply going to be making you go to the blackboard. He's going to make you do your homework, do a pro and a con checklist, seeing whether which people need to be staying in your life and which people need to be going. So it's literally sifting the wheat from the chaff as far as your friend circle is concerned. For some of you, you could feel alienated as you may begin to see your friends for who they really are, or what they are worth, or what they aren't. And you could try and feel a little bit of disdain as far as casual friendships are concerned. And you could also start to feel a little uncomfortable and self-conscious about, going through the motions, or, keeping up with the pretenses and doing and saying the right things, and so on and so forth. Alternatively, this is also a time wherein that you could establish a very serious friendship, or you could become a member of a group or affiliation that you could devote a lot of time as well. Saturn, though, unlike Pluto, does not cause obsessions, but it does make you sort of dig really deep and research. Saturn could push you to weed out what seems to be superfluous and social associations from your life, and it's quite likely that you become quite serious about what is it that you want on a personal levels out of your life. And you could be taking a very hard look at the role that you play in others' lives, and you could be considering exactly what is it that satisfies you and contributes to your own personal happiness, beyond marriage, romance, career, religion, and so forth. So as Saturn now moves through the houses, and by the time this transit is over in 3 years, you should have found a way to bring more definition and articulation to your innermost wishes and hopes for your personal path. On March 23rd, we have the most talked about astrological event of the decade, that is Pluto, which is changing signs. And Pluto has been there in your house of expansion of the mind, spirituality, and long distance learning, even travel. And Pluto now is going to be moving into your house of career. And for a brief period, Pluto will go retrograde again, and before it finally sort of rolls in. So Pluto has started rolling in, and we can expect quite a exciting next 20 years, because it's moving out of Capricorn and it is moving into Aquarius. I am doing a series of Pluto on my Insta feed. It's the content is entirely different, and should that interest you, I go by the same handle, tarotbyanisha, on Insta, so you're more than welcome to have a look at that. Now, Pluto transiting your house of career, your reputation, is going to be awakening your ambition towards success and self-realization, and also the desire to control and dominate. And because this is the house of career, you can expect some amount of challenges from authority figures. And since this is governed by Pluto, it can be that the challenges or the they're far more forceful than usual, and they really get straight to the point. On the other hand, Pluto is also going to be giving you the opportunity to reach your life's goals, or at least to perceive what they really are. If you do not know what your life's goals are, you will most likely change your path during this time, and your work, you could feel that, this is not your area of work. So try not to get too flustered by it, and especially if you're still sort of nascent, you've just started your career, it's quite all right to be changing it, and you could quite be drawn towards something different. For those of you who are quite high up in the career ladder, it can be that you could get involved in some political scheme or some power struggle at work as well. This also depends as to how exactly is Pluto placed in your chart, because Pluto often can also lead you on a power trip. You can really get quite taken in by yourself and your power and your influence generally over people and your colleagues, and it can go to your head as well. So try and sort of keep a balance over there. Try and see that you're not being too controlling of others in your life as well. On April the 20th, we have a solar eclipse that is set in your house of behind the scenes, and it is resonating with Jupiter. It speaks about maybe a time of service, something new is starting. Maybe some of you will think about starting your own charity, your own NGO, or your own sense of service will get really exaggerated during this time. This is also the house of family skeleton. So it can be that something comes out inadvertently, you come to know about it, and you're not too happy to know about what's been happening in the family. In certain cases, this also speaks about your own hidden ambition. It speaks about maybe things that you have kept hidden, that you've been this person who's very easy to get along, but you have really been obsessing about a promotion or about reaching the top as well. And Jupiter being over there can just sort of come and make it more larger than life. May the 5th, we have lunar eclipse, which is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. So something comes to an end. Maybe a passion project gets finished during this time. Maybe for some of you, maybe your child is finishing education. Maybe some of them are getting married. For those of you who are in a serious romantic relationship, this is a time that you will sort of get seriously committed. It really doesn't speak about marriage, but speaks about a deep commitment during this time. June the 12th, we have Pluto that is rolling back into your house of long distance travel and deepening of spirituality, and all of that again Pluto takes another look at it before it moves ahead into your house of career. Now on October 14th, we have a solar eclipse that is there in your house of day-to-day chores. This is also your house of health. So it can be that for a lot of you, you could be starting a new health regime. Maybe there's a new job that you're starting. Maybe your work environment shifts during this time. There could be a lot of focus in having a work and a life balance for a lot of you. The interesting thing this entire 2023 is, Taurans, that the retrogrades, the Mercury retrogrades are in Earth sign and you are in Earth sign. So it will be quite gentle on you. The retrogrades are in April, May, August, September, and December, January 2024. And you in any case are a sign that believes in implementing things. As much as you do love to ideate and you do love to talk, but this is really a very earthy and a very practical energy which you are quite comfortable with, Taurians. So it's really a time to be implementing. This is if you have been thinking about changing your career, if you've been thinking about starting your NGO, or maybe working with a charity cause. So this is the year where you start implementing all those ideas. There is really no more space for ideation left. Try and also keep your obsessiveness as far as Pluto is concerned, as far as power is concerned. And like I said, I'll be doing a separate video on how Pluto is aspecting different signs in a later after I finish up with the annual videos. We are ending the year with a lunar eclipse that is there on October 28th in your own house. So again, some amount of introspection into your own self. What is it that you want out of life? Your life goals, the routes that you're adopting, the journey which you're choosing, and again the kind of person that you want to be. And I think importantly, appearances are going to be quite important to you as well, especially as much as you may find it all very disdainful that you do not want to be hanging around with superficial people, but at the same time you could be quite worried about as to how it is that people perceive you as well. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Taurians. I wish you a fabulous 2023. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.